Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Jaguar XKR. Or welcome to if you've never been here before. This is my 2000 Jaguar XKR X100 that I'm sort of partway through restoring, refurbing, whatever you want to do. And the last video we've done, we removed this part, front or rear section of the prop shaft and the carrier plate. Together with that carrier bearing, I should say, and the cover plate. So my mission today is to get the rest of the prop shaft off, but I want to see if I can remove the prop from this cover plate. I think I can. I think there's just a couple of, look to be 10 mil maybe. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Nuts there, which just going through some, well, 10 mil bolts I should say, which are going through the carrier there. So I'm just going to see if I can whip that off. I've got a bit of WD-40, which Gary, I'm sure, Jag Vet is going to tell me is not penetrant, but it's all I have. So I'll put on the WD-40 on there. Bit on this side for good measure. And let that do its thing. And I think then I'm going to go underneath the car, see if I can get the front section of the prop shaft off. Or I might just wait for that to do whatever it's doing. And then we can clean all this up, give it a coat of paint. I can put it in my done pile, ready for reassembly on another day. And here I have a box from S&G Barratt, which will be the subject of another video. But as I said in the last video, it's all the brake pads, rear handbrake cables, and spring seat rubber Dubry Firkin. Right, let's see how long that was. If that is a 10 mil. Might be smaller, but I think it's a 10. Well, a 10 definitely seems to fit. I hope you can see it. Yes, yes. I do not want these to snap. So we are going to go forwards and backwards to limit any chance of breakage. Yes. That didn't break, the socket just slipped off. There we go. I can see a balance weight on the prop shaft, so someone said to me about getting it rebalanced. I mean, it's only done 60,000 miles or something. I wouldn't have thought I would need to, but let me know down in the description below whether you would take it to a workshop to get it balanced up. Right, I'm going to take my time with this, so I'm going to come and pause the video just so you're not so bored of watching me do that. All right, we got there. That's these two bolts removed. And hopefully now we've separated the two. So I'm going to put the prop shaft there. I put my tools away. Put them safe over there. We'll see about cleaning this up. It's a real heavy gauge steel, it's got to be, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeters thick, proper thick. So I can get a bit more aggressive on cleaning it up because it's proper flaky, but I'm going to do that outside with some of my power tools, get this back to nice clean metal, and then we'll give it a paint up. I'll show you a bit after I've cleaned it up. But yeah, I shall probably get the old grinder on it, batteries removed. I'm going to put one of my Flappy paddle discs on and set to it with that and see what difference we can make to it. But like I say, we'll get it set up outside, let all the particles go, and check it out. All right, let's set to it. I'll probably fast forward this, but let's see what we can do. Give it that coating that I've used this on all the rest of the suspension parts and everything else I'm doing underneath the vehicle. It's a rust barrier, works as a great primer for painting as well, and it goes like a really dark sort of blackish purple when it makes contact with rust, which is good. Seems to work well for me, but plenty of other products out there. I know a lot of you have your own opinion on what you like to use. For me, it's I think sometimes you just find a product, you know, that works and you kind of stick with it. But you know, I'm always open to other suggestions. And the great thing with this is you can really slather it on. It works relatively quickly. I think because of the amount of rust that was on this, I will give it a couple of coats. I don't know if that's what it says on the instructions or if it's necessary, but for my own peace of mind to try and keep it at bay, I think that's what I'll do. And I also think on the underside of this, I will maybe put a stone chip on it, just because the chances of me, or the likelihood of me taking it off again, is pretty slim. Just want to try and feather it off, although the paint I'm using is textured, because it's quite a decent barrier it leaves. I don't want it to be full of lines and whatever else if I can help it. So as you can see, it doesn't take too long to do, and we'll get in everything, all the holes, all the areas where there was corrosion. Start to see, as I'm doing this top bit, you can start to see it curing, as it were, on the section I've already done. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do both sides of that, let it dry, then we'll let's do some paint. Okay, moved into my painting studio a la my doors, and I'm going to go over this firstly with the Nitromors rust control paint in black, same as what I did the rest of the suspension parts. This is all dried off, it's had a nice couple of coats. Like I say, here it's all gone black. That's where it's come into contact with ferrous metal. So anyway, this will give it a good coating, and then I'll give it a coating of the Raptor, same as what I've done on the underside of the car. Then that dry off, but might only get a chance to put this one on today. So I've been here shaking it for ages, and as ever, a light coating. And stop. I'll let that dry off and I'll keep going and give it another coat until we're done. So let's come back when it's all sorted. Alright, so we've got that painted up on both sides. It's shiny because it's still a bit wet. So I need to let that dry off. While I'm doing that, in the meantime, I'll put my prop shaft outside. I've just protected the spline end there. Stop any dirt and grit getting into that. And we're going to give that a good old clean up. But you don't need to see that, do you? Because that's a bit boring. So yeah, I'm going to get my tools back out. I'm going to clean that up so we can get all that painted. And we're making good progress. So let's get on with it. All right, so the prop shaft is all cleaned up. Now, I never use the grinder on this. It's just the wire brush, because obviously I don't want to take any material away. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like a powder coat finish, but it's going to be good enough for what we're trying to achieve on the car. So again, we're just going in with the Nitromors and what I did do, which I didn't do on camera, because that would be really boring, is I did warm it up with my heat gun, just to allow this to adhere a bit better. This is the first coat, just a light dusting. At the carrier bearing, we just want to dust it over and around the UJs as well. We don't need to go too mad in there. As you can imagine, I'm not taking them apart. We're just going for a light freshen up. Like so. And again, I'm going to give that a couple of coats and I'll come back when it's all been painted and dried off. Right, so there we have it. I've given the prop shaft a couple of coats of the Nitromors black, and I've given this just one coat of the Raptor liner, which is the same coating as what's going on the underside of the car. Hope you agree that looks pretty smart compared to what we started with at the start of the day. So we've got a little bit of shrinkage in the top coat there. I think probably because maybe the base coat is still slightly tacky, so I'm going to let that completely go off before I put a second coat on. But doesn't that look good? Yeah, we've gone from a really horrible rusty mess to really good looking plates that hopefully will last a while. So yeah, prop, all the other bits painted and boxes of stuff ready to go. So we're definitely getting up there. Made the decision, I've just been underneath the car looking at the first part of the prop shaft, which is held in with 2, 4, 6 or 8 bolts, I can't remember. The exhaust is in the way, the cradle is in the way, loads of stuff's in the way. I think it's actually not too bad, to be honest with you. I can probably, my whole idea, right, is when I've got this car sorted, MOT'd, on the road, I've got a friend of mine who's got a garage where I can get it up in the air and finish doing all the undercoatings properly as I want it, up in the air. So bits like that front part of the prop shaft can wait, I believe, until then. Because when I change the exhaust, it's going to give me more access because it's going to be less boxes for me to worry about. That's what I'm thinking now. You know me, I might change my mind, but I think that's going to stay on the car for now, just so I can get the rest of this all built back up again, get that bit of welding done. So I'm going to leave the video here. In the next video, we're going to get into that box of stuff that's turned up, see what we got in there. But more than likely, the actual next video that I'll put out will be me starting to do the welding on this bit. It's not a lot. I've got this bit here to do. The same, I think, on the other side. And then I can build up all the rear suspension. That's the only thing that's stopping me from doing that. The rest of it I can do, no problem at all, because the rest of it's actually really good and tidy. I've got a little bit on this back side, basically the bit that hasn't had a coating on. So I've got a little bit gone up into there, where the bumper hanger is. But again, the bumper hanger is a bit crispy. So I'm going to take that off, clean all that up. But that's stuff I can do with the car back up on the ground, back down on the ground. I don't need the car up on the axle stands for me to do that. That's something I can do before it obviously goes in for its MOT and whatever else. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm just desperate to get the car on down off the axle stands so I can start moving it about, drive it around, and then see, you know, because we've not driven the car yet. So we need to know what's going on engine-wise, because the countdown to the spring, summer is definitely on. So yeah, I'm as keen as you are, believe me, to get the car sorted. And obviously I've got me new project also. Please check it out if you haven't yet. I know you all love the Jags, but please check out what I'm doing on my other project. I would appreciate it. And you might enjoy it and you might want to follow along. But anyway, I'll see you next time on Projects in the Barn. Questions, comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.